Hi, everybody. I'm Ann Whitmore, and I have decided that I wanted to interview Sine Wallace and Lincoln Wallace, and this is why. Since we left National Convention, which has now been 16 days, they have how many new coaches?
I think 7 or 8 for now, but we're not done yet.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track when you're at that number. So that's about close to a coach every other day. And so something shifted after National Convention. And I just want to ask you what happened and what can you share with others who would love to spread the word and bring more health coaches onto their team. I'd love to hear what you have to share.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to let Lincoln start and then I will just get in. So go ahead, love.
Yeah, basically what happened was that we were not working. We did not do anything prior to convention. Our clients would just come in our studio and if they need to lose weight, we tell them about our program. And if they like it, they do it. If they don't do it. So basically that's how we were getting our clients. And we didn't get it. We knew it was a great program, but we didn't get it as yet. So we weren't really moving forward as yet. We were just staying at a standstill. So as we went to the convention, and that was my first convention, and I was extremely impressed with the convention. I saw people that were average, normal people, like me and everybody, and they told their stories, and I was very overwhelmed. I was very happy with the convention, extremely gratified. And I listened to Dr. Anderson when he was talking, and it resonated with me, saying that we need to get America healthy. And he said it genuinely, I thought. And that resonated with me. That was one thing. And we knew that what we had was great, but we didn't know how great it was. We didn't really, we simply just, take it for granted. And I said to Sine, we were not doing anything before. Once we go back to once we go back,
Orlando,
we go back to Orlando, you will start doing this full time. I said, I can't do it. I will back you. I will support you, but I want you to do it full time. You're not going to do much training anymore. I want you to do full time, full force, just full blast. Just go at, do it.
Just a little clarification for the people who are watching. Training is we're personal trainers. That's basically, we're referring to the other job that you may have.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be training. Whatever that your job is doing, that's what we're referring to.
Right. So I told her that I would do most of the training, and if we have to, we will hire someone else to do the training. But I want you to get your PhD in Take Shape for Life and go full.
Yes.
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
And that's what she's been doing.
Yeah.
She just took right off and took over, took charge, and I said, I know you can do it. I have faith in you. I know you can do it, because I know once she put her mind to anything, she could do it. She just does it. Just like how she did the health fair last year, and it went very, very well.
Yeah.
And it was a big event, and
that was a big event in Montora, actually.
Right, in Montora, and she did very, very well on her own. So I know that Sine can do it. If anyone could do it, she can do it. And I'm total confidence in her, and that's why I told her, you need to go, just do it. Don't even worry about the training. Just do what you need to do.
Yeah.
But take Shape for Life.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what really? Thank you. I didn't tell him to say that. So, but mainly, like Lincoln is saying, is that's and this is a consistent message with all the people that have done well. We are just at the beginning. I mean, we're by no means we didn't go any ranks and stuff, but I feel that we're definitely on our way to spreading the word. But the main thing is that it's really making a decision. Lincoln and I made a decision. I said, you know what? Why are we holding this thing to ourselves? Why don't we share it genuinely? Like, it's not about really becoming a global or a presenter. It is, but it's really deep down, it is not. It's about like really sharing and giving people and giving them what, like, it has done good for us, and it can do good for them too, like genuinely interested in their well-being and whatever means it means, whether the weight loss or the stress reduction or the financial whatever. So that was the shift. And the other one is that I really thank you so much. I mean, every day, pretty much every day we spoke, every other day. For me, I was always thinking that I was taking my mentor's time, but as long as I go ahead and then do the actions, and you were so happy to hear from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least that's what
Absolutely happy to hear from you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Every mentor who has someone who's in action is happy to hear from them. I mean, exactly. That's why we do what we do, is to support people who are in action. So absolutely.
Right. So what I would say is that, like, number one is really, really for a person to understand what you have in your hand. I mean, seriously, listen to those stories. Just go. I was like a little puppy in a dog park. I was going and asking questions. Everyone, whoever I catch, I don't care if it's Dr. Anderson or whoever I catch it. I was just like so hungry for knowledge, and how I wanted to know how they did it. And everything, like one thing one person would say would resonate with me. Like, and then another thing from that, and it all came together. So making a decision, number one. Number two, really knowing what you have in your hand. Number three is that really there's no one way of doing things. Once you know you made a decision, you will find a way that would work best for you. Right? So Chamber of Commerce and those things, they were never, like, I did not feel on my domain. I did it worked for me. I basically talked to the people that I know I wanted to be around, and I saw skills that they would be good for people. And then basically start talking to people and just telling them, this is what we do. If you know someone that can be, and some of the people raised on the occasion, what is a health coach? What is it? And then I would explain it to them. One tool that I used consistently, which I should have bought more, is the new health coach interview kit. It is really amazing. I have ADD, and I have to have structure on everything in my life. It has to be written down and stuff. Otherwise, I would just go all over the place. So it really made me just boom, 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 boom. It made it so easy for me as a tool. And another thing is that I treated this one as a business. It's not like, I literally interviewed with people. I said, I'm looking for health coaches, apply for it. And I scheduled time with them, and I did interview with them. I drilled them down. I mean, Lincoln knows it. I drilled them down. It's like, as much as I want them to be coaches, but I also wanted them to know that this is a privilege for them. It really is, because who we are as health coaches is nothing to be cheapened up and offered to everyone. I really don't think so. Like, I really don't. It is really a privilege to be a health coach and helping people, especially knowing myself that the stories that we helped, and they come and cry, and they say it's just so, I keep it so important part of their life. I want to make sure that, the people who I choose to bring in the team have the same passion, and they're going to be there for the other people, because otherwise it's not a good name, oh yeah, there's health coaches. Yeah, she calls herself out. We wanted to have, we basically picked the people. Yeah, we try to pick the people. I mean, maybe most of them are going to make it, maybe most of them not. But so far, we just went and talked to them, and they were excited. We're excited, but I'm nowhere close to actually where I want to be in terms of the health coach thing. That's what I was kind of a little nervous doing this video, because I'm like, I'm not done yet.
No, you're definitely not done yet, but you've accomplished something major. I mean, it just indicates a lot of action, obviously, that many health coaches in 16 days. So, we say, so once something changes up here, which apparently something changed for both of you, then the key is to get into action. And that's what you've done. You've gotten into major action. Your head's straight, you're clear about the type of people, the attributes in people that you're looking for. You're viewing it yourself as a professional, you're viewing this as a profession. This is something valuable, and you're getting out there looking for the right people, and then interviewing them for the position, and it's working.
Exactly. I mean, for me, I had to visualize things. Like I had to really feel it before I get into action, which I call that period as a hibernation. So
Uh-huh.
I literally collect. And then I just kind of, in my mind, I have to like literally see it and feel it. It's almost like I could touch it. Then it's just, I don't know how it happens, but it just does, because for magical way, things just, evolves, and then people come and you talk to them and say, oh, all right, I'll do it, it's exciting, it's fun. So that's really it.
So
But
tell us where you're finding these people.
okay, that's actually a very great question, and I'm glad you asked. Most of these people actually are the people that I already been seeing them, and it's planting the seeds along the way. And it's very important that going to the events, because you pick up things. Like last year when I went there, I learned about the planting the seed. It didn't register to me, but I went back and I did some actions, but I didn't know what I was really doing. It did not register it. But I would just tell, we're health coaches, if you want to be a health coach. That was so naive of me, but somehow with the seed planted. And when I came back and I talked to these people again, I said, listen, we did a disservice to you, because that's really how I felt. And I said, we have to explain what we do. I feel obligated to explain to you what we do. And then I explained it to them. And then if I see them interested in, if I see them, they still have the quality and what I'm looking for, I would just open the table for them. And then we just set up a time as an interview. I never talk to anyone right after. If I'm walking on the street or anything, I set up an interview time, because that's a serious business and it has to be taken seriously. And then what I'm looking for when I do these interviews is that I'm looking for a fit. And sometimes, like one or two people, they can, it's a multi-level marketing. They can tell you anything you want, like anything that you don't want to hear, they will tell you, but it's up to you how you respond to it. Yeah. And just, honestly, some people that they thought it was a multi-level marketing, or they put it down. Then I took it upon myself that I could not explain the program properly. And I basically just kind of, all those learnings and readings and stuff. And they signed up. And they said, oh, now I see what you mean. It really is not. I mean, it is, but it is not. I said, however you take it, I don't care. This is what it is, if you want it or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? So that's basically it. I mean, stand your ground, because what you have is very, very precious. And they are actually privileged that you are going and asking them to be a health coach. Or actually, I don't even ask people to be a health coach anymore. I just interview them to see if I like them. If they've got the core values that Lincoln and I stand for, and what Take Shape for Life stands for, then we extend the offer. It's up to them to take it or not. I got 2 no's, and that's fine. That means, to me, it's really like they just don't know it yet.
Yeah. And so what kind of attributes do you look for?
Well, number one is integrity. It's really important. I mean, people have to be very high integrity. If they say something, they're going to do it, they better do it. And they have to be very ethical. And number 2 is that they have to care for people. This is not about getting people as clients or the coaches. This is about finding out what they want and helping them. We are servants. We are serving them. We are helping them. Because when you help them, we get so many referrals, even in our other personal training business, because we really truly care for it. And we want people who are around us to care for people. So those 2 are like passionate and caring, and integrity is number 1. You have to be a very honest person, and high integrity and professional. And then number 1 is that you really have to have a heart for people. If you don't, this is just not for you. I mean, at least in Wallace team, it's not in Wallace team. No.
Patience.
Patience, I don't look for it, because I learned to get it. So Lincoln is looking for it.
They have to have patience.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. And so you said, so I'm thinking, so people are thinking, wait, so where do they find these people? So let's help us understand where. So you went to convention, and you, just so everybody understands, you were a pretty solid executive director every month.
Yeah, for a month, for a year.
Yeah. And you had several coaches, but you just were not growing in the way that you wanted to grow. So it's not like, you did have a business, you just didn't have the kind of business that you want to have. So, and you were going about your life, and you went to national convention, you came back, and all of a sudden you saw coaches all over the place. So tell us, like, I'm just wanting people to be able to understand what changed in your eyes so that you were able to spot 7 or 8 people in 16 days.
And it's
up.
So funny. It's so funny. And that's what I was talking to Lincoln about. I said, what are we going to say? I mean, I'm not even done yet. I wish she did it like end of August so I could have everything sorted out. But main thing is really like, is if we had like vision like this and we were looking, we were like a tunnel vision.
We had tunnel visions. So now our vision opened up. So, I mean, all these people were there.
Yeah.
We just didn't pursue
see
that.
It.
We didn't see it. They were all there.
So when you see somebody who's been in your life, and you see them and you think, oh, that would be a good health coach, what do you say to them?
You know what we do? I just say, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? That's how I start and see how they are doing. Really, honestly, I said, hey, let's meet for a cup of coffee. How are things with you? How's it going? How are the kids? Because I really am interested in. I mean, I'm not making this one up. I mean, if you're not interested, don't even ask.
Yeah.
But that's how I am. I just say, hey, how is our things going? And then I'm always so excited about talking to Take Shape for Life. Everybody knows. And I always put the pictures in there. I love pictures. I always have so much fun. And every time I go to the events, we do things. It's always on the Facebook. We're always talking about it because it's something that we're so passionate about. And I think it's oozing from us that the energy gets people like, oh my God, this is something good. We better get into it. I mean, it's really the energy. And it's really the energy, It's really the energy. And we don't really go and ask people, you want to be a health coach? We just,
actually,
most of them came to us. We just, it just came to us. And the
majority of them came to us.
Oh, another thing that we did is that we put the word out that we're looking for health coaches.
That's right. Yes.
And we said, you don't have to be fit because we're personal trainers, we're in the fitness, and Lincoln is a former martial artist and world champion. And just like so much credentials that we have, it intimidates people. We did not know that before. But now we're just taking a notch down, saying, you know what? You don't have to be fit. You don't have to be a trainer. You just have to have these 2 things. And it's on my Facebook if anybody is watching, like Wallace Fitness LLC. It's 2 things that we're looking for: integrity and then the passion for helping others. Those 2 things are our values: integrity and passion for helping people. And then anything else, we are willing to put our personal and professional time to train them and give them whatever they need. You know, so people need to know what you're where you are, what you do. And that's why we started doing it. Really, those people, just call them, hey, how's it going? If I think about somebody, which I signed up last night too, it's just, how is everything going? It's like, oh, we were at the convention. This is really awesome. This is what we do. And by the way, we're looking for, health coaches. If you know anyone that's, this is really professional, decent person, and they want to help others, just let us know. And it's like, what is a health coach? And then we start explaining a little bit. And they say, oh, maybe I could be a health coach. Maybe, let's see if it's a fit. What time are you available? I'm available at 3:00 today. And then set up an appointment.
I think one of the big shifts is because I also went, I came to the convention and we closed the studio. And so I think a lot of people thought, wow, this Take Shape for Life must be something big that they close the studio and, loses money to go to this training. Yeah. And we told everybody we're for training at the convention. And I think that was the shift as well, that they saw that because last year I didn't go. So they saw that I also went. And I think that was a big thing too.
And I knew that was going to happen. And that's what I was begging Lincoln to come. But then you and Stephanie said, don't do it. He has to come at his own time. Yeah. And then as I backed off, he decided. So another lesson perhaps, and is that people need to know how committed you are. Yeah. Okay. Because if you're taking it, and this is the same thing that Dr. Anderson and Dan Bell and all the leaders said it in the Texas for Go Global, you have to treat it like a professional. So if you don't take it serious, people will not take it serious. So it was very important for me as a Take Shape for Life person in the family, now both of us are, that people know that we are committed. Because if you close a studio, training studio, they've got like 50 people. That means that much money we're not getting for 1 week. That's actually very, very significant for us. But we bite the bullet, because we had faith in it, and it's working, and it's going to work much, much better. Yeah.
Okay. And so anything else that anyone else on the line would like to ask Sine and Lincoln? Okay. And Sine and Lincoln, is there anything that you, oh wait, yeah?
I do have a question. Sorry, I wasn't unmuted. Can you hear me? This is Casey.
Yes.
Can you Yeah. Okay. So this is great. Thank you so much, you guys. So I get the whole picture. This is my question, is again kind of where those people came from. Are pretty much most of them people that are your clients at the club? Are they just some of your personal friends out there in the world? Were any of, I'm just, again, trying to tighten up the picture of who people are.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great question, Casey. It actually was all over the place. Yes, we did have clients, but some of our clients were our friends. We had neighbors. We got our neighbors. It's a great, and three of them is actually like 5 years. We have not even kept in touch. I mean, I always kept in touch with people, but it was like 5 years ago they were our clients and friends. And it's, Casey, you have to open your eyes and then look at it. You will see it because they are all over the place. They're your grocery guys. They're your neighbors. They're your clients. They're your coworkers. They're your family. They're your old friends from high school. They are everywhere. You just need to see it.
Yeah, one of them was the lady that signed up today, Robin. She she knew what we were doing about
but she didn't know
4 or 5 years
exactly.
ago, but she didn't know exactly. 4 or 5 years ago, we used to train her, and I hadn't seen. We lost contact.
Well, I kept in touch like maybe every 6 months
Facebook,
or so.
yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
But I don't know, how did she find out about?
Because I put the word out there. I said we are looking for health coaches.
Right.
I put the word out there, and I put the word out there.
And how did you put the word out? Where?
Communicate with people, but also I use Facebook very much, but a lot of people don't. But I use the Facebook, and also another thing that I did, I buffered the Facebook. I mean, it's a little technical. If you guys don't know it, just go to Facebook and go to help and see buffer. Basically, what you do is that you put something, and if you want more people to see it, you click. No, not buffer. Is it buffer? Something is buffer. Something like that. You press it on there, and you put money in there. Like I put $30. So, and then what it does is that it shows to other people, even though they're not your friends.
Okay.
So some of my friends, I asked my friends to share it on my clients. I said, hey, did you see our posting on the Facebook? We are looking for health coaches. And they said, yes, would you mind please sharing it? I literally each one of them, I asked it. Not all of them did it, but if they did it, and that's got the word out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a Facebook person, you don't have to do it through Facebook. You just tell everybody you see.
Yes, everybody you know. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm. And I think the other thing you said is, it's your energy, and plus, having your business at a certain strong place and people are watching. This isn't some hobby of, but this is something that, you're growing and thriving at. That's also very attractive.
Yes, you're right, Casey. That is very true. I mean, people want to see commitment.
Yeah.
People want to see commitment. People want to see excitement, and they just want to be part of it. It's just an attraction. You're attracted to fun things. You're attracted to, serious things. It's just, that's why we put it out there. But everything actually came very naturally once we made the decision.
Yeah. And I think just to wrap it up, I think what I wanted to end with is the energy thing. I think it's all about energy. And what happened is, you kind of got in alignment with yourselves. You as far as, who Lincoln and Sine Wallace are, kind of matched up, you at your best matched up with Take Shape for Life. And you kind of got into this energy that, there's a phrase that, I don't know if Kim Fisk started it, but anyway, she says it has to do with light yourself on fire and people come to watch you burn. And it's like, or the other thing is, being a Pied Piper. That's kind of how I see people who are in their energy, and they're just excited. They're not trying really hard. They're just in their energy. That's how I see you guys. I mean, you're living authentically, you're excited, you're passionate, and you're sharing. And who wouldn't want to join people who are in that state of mind? So, I think that may be the most important thing for us to work on in ourselves, is to get into that place and then look around for people who want to join us. So this was great, you guys. Thank you so much for being willing to do this. I really appreciate it.
We can help.
Yeah, and this will not be the last one. So, when we'll have another one soon, when you're, we'll be asking you, oh my gosh, how did you get 10 senior coaches out of that?
I know, That's the next one.
Yeah,
It'll happen. It'll
And
happen.
and then a few EDs, and then and so thankfully we have our high five club to plug your people into, and then we'll have the ED to B clubs to plug them into. So just getting coaches is not the key. It's continuing to support them. I know you know that, but I just wanted to tie it up to that.
Thank you. And for all your support, really, like if it wasn't for you to supporting us, and just it's very, very valuable. So if whoever's watching this one, if you got a good mentor coach, if it's not a good one, just go find another one. It's just like having a support system is also very important. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you.